Welcome to Get It Together with Grandy, the podcast.
This is a podcast for people who don't have it all together. I'm a 20-something-year-old girl who for my entire life has been trying to become the best version of myself and fulfill my potential. But I honestly just feel like a big mess. I know I can't be the only one who feels like this, so I'm starting this podcast so I can share my journey and what I'm learning along the way so we can finally get it together. I'll see you on Monday for our weekly episodes. Okay, bye.
Hi guys, my name is Grandy and you're listening to or watching Get It Together with Grandy. So excited to be here once again. So I always start the episode with a bit of internal reflection. I always ask myself, in terms of this week, do I feel like I had my life together or not? To be honest, certain aspects of the week, guys, I had it together, I had it down. But there was other aspects of the week, not so much. But actually what I wanted us to talk about is the thing that in this week I absolutely smashed, and that is consistency, guys. This week I was so consistent with working out. So I, for many years now, have wanted to be on a consistent health and fitness journey, guys. I think probably around lockdown times is when I actually started to really think about my health and fitness, when everything was going on in the world. It really made me think to myself am I even a healthy or fit person? So in lockdown is kind of when I started running and trying to be fit. But ever since then, guys, I'd say my fitness journey has been very much up and down, very inconsistent. Guys, I'm that person who takes before pictures every month. Do you know how you see these weightless transformations and then you see the before and after pictures? Guys, all I have in my camera roll are before pictures. All I have before. There's no after. I have no after to show you because I have not been consistent enough to have built an after. And guys, with the algorithm of social media as well, I literally feel like whenever I'm back on my health and fitness, that is when my timeline is flooded with the fitness girls. They show the transformations. This was my before, this was my after. And I love it. I eat it up. I'm like, wow, congrats. You look amazing. Well done. Consistency, determination. Every single time I probably actually engage with the content and I like the content. And that is why more of it comes to my feed and then I interact with it again. So I just always get inspired. And I think, do you know what? Maybe today I'm going to do my before pictures. Today I'm going to do my before. Guys. Oh my gosh, it's so funny because just yesterday I was going through my camera roll and literally every few months I would put my phone up. Do you know the pose, guys? The pose with the hands up and the side view? It's this one. It's that one. I do it every single time and I'll always be like, okay, this is the outfit I'm wearing. Let me make sure that I have this same outfit to wear in my after picture. Yeah, I'm yet to take after pictures. So yeah, I say all that to say I'm somebody who's been very inconsistent in my fitness journey. Until now, guys, I have been working out consistently ever since the new year. I started a day before the new year actually. So I have a one day layup. I have a one day advantage. I started on the 31st and I have worked out every single day this year. Yeah, so that is currently the day I'm recording this is the 16th of January. So I've been consistent for 17 days of working out straight. I'm sorry. I don't know about y'all, but for me, that is something to really write home about because I've never in my life been that consistent. But how this consistency kind of came about was just before the new year when I first posted my first episode. One of my really good friends, she actually sent me a picture of her on her walking pad and she goes, I'm listening to the episode while walking. And I was like, oh my gosh. It was so funny because at that same exact time, I was also on my walking pad. I don't know if you guys know what these are, but a few months ago, they just blew up, these whole walking pads. They've been all over TikTok shop. I feel like there's certain products that they just go viral on TikTok and every single person and their mom starts promoting them on TikTok. So I just kept seeing these videos of these walking pads, and everyone was like, yeah, it makes it so easy for you to get your steps in. You can run. They're so versatile. You can just put them underneath your sofa. And I kept seeing these videos. I kept seeing them. I was like, no. Then, guys, one day I bit the bullet and I was like, yeah, I want to get a walking pad. It got delivered around mid-December. So it was so funny that she snapped me and she was on it and I was on it too. And I was like, oh my gosh, look at us walking girlies. And she was like, oh, how have you been finding it, the walking pad? And I was like, wow, to be honest, this is like my second time on it. So I don't really have much feedback to give you because I haven't really been using it, even though I purchased it. It's been sat in my house. I haven't really, been using it much. And she was like, oh my gosh, like make sure you get on it and be consistent, because she was like, I was consistently doing 10K steps on it for 30 days and I saw such a big difference. I saw a difference in my body, even my face. Like I lost weight in my face, in my body, in my thighs, everything. And I was like, oh, okay. After she said that, guys, it's like something just switched in my brain. I was like, do you know what? This is exactly what I need. I need some sort of fitness challenge. I need something to like energize me and get me back to working out. So I was like, bet, I'm going to do the same. So I literally in that moment decided that I was going to do 30 days straight of 10 kilometers on this walking pad. And she said she wants to get her consistency back. So we said, okay, we're going to do it every day and we're going to keep each other accountable and we're going to do it for the whole of Jan, and then we're going to see how we feel, how it works for us. So that's basically how the whole challenge started, of doing 10 kilometers every single day, no breaks, no rest days. And because she was able to do it, I was like, oh, I can do it too, it's not unheard of. I'm actually really shocked that I've been able to keep it up, guys. Like, consistency is not really something that I'm a master at. I looked back and I realized I actually had 5 things that made consistency easy for me. So yeah, I want to share these things with you, and then I want us to apply these 5 different things to our new goals. Guys, I promise you, after you apply these 5 things, you will realize that being consistent can actually be easy. It sounds crazy, but honestly, just stay with me. So the very first thing that we need to do when we want to become consistent at something is actually, decide what we're going to work on. Make a decision on what goal it is that we want to achieve. Once you've chosen a goal, you're going to choose a clear and simple action that you are going to take to achieve that goal. When I started my 10K challenge, the general goal was just to become healthier and fitter. But the clear and simple action was to do 10K steps every single day. Like, for example, if your goal was to write a book in 2025, your clear and simple action cannot be write a book. That's not it. That's not the clear and simple action. The clear and simple action needs to be spend 30 minutes every single day writing my book. Okay? There's no questions about it. There's no, is it 45 minutes writing a book? Am I writing 10 pages of the book? No. It's clear and simple, 30 minutes writing a book, done. Not vague. We don't want vagueness, guys. We need to be exact. My new goal for 2025 is to grow my social media, TikTok, Instagram. So yeah, of course, growing your social media page, there's so many different avenues that you can take. So for my clear and simple goal, I just want it to be focused on consistency and focus it on, making sure I'm actually producing content. So my clear and simple goal that I've created for myself is to post every single day, Monday to Friday. You might notice that when I said that, I didn't say post every single day. I said post Monday to Friday. I'm gonna give myself Saturday and Sunday off to kind of plan, to kind of regroup. I could have just said post every single day, but I actually really sat down and I thought about it, and I said, do you know what? I actually really want this goal to be doable. I want it to be a challenge, but I want it to be doable. And that is another thing that I want us to think about when we're creating our daily action. It needs to challenge us, but it actually needs to be something that we feel like we can actually do. For me, posting once every single day, bit of a stretch, bit of a stretch. So I want us to kind of also look at where we're at now when it comes to our goal, and look at where we want to be, and kind of choose somewhere that's like in the middle ground. Like if you're somebody who's never ran a day in your life, please don't make your action plan run 20 kilometers every single day, because I don't want you to end up in the emergency room. You might end up in A&E because your body is suffering from the shock of like, what is going on? So if you're somebody who's never run a day in your life and you want to become, a runner, let's do something attainable. Let's do something doable. Let's do run 1K a day, 2K a day. Do something that will challenge you, but also something that is actually doable. So that is why I actually really, really sat down and thought, okay, what is something that's going to be challenging but doable? And for me, posting Monday to Friday every single day. That's definitely gonna be a challenge, but I know I can do it. Try and do it something that you can do every single day. But if not, just give yourself the parameters of when you're gonna do that thing and stick to it. So clear and simple action, and then make it challenging and doable. Okay, so that's step number 1. Step number 2, we are actually going to plan. We're gonna plan how we are actually going to be able to do that action every single day. I'm the type of person, guys, that I would literally be in the middle of the night scrolling on TikTok, and I'll see somebody who's had, for example, a crazy transformation before and after, and they said, do you know why, how I did this? I used to run outdoors every single day. Guys, that would get me so pumped up. I'd be like, do you know what, tomorrow I'm gonna start running. That same night I would order those vests, those running vests from Amazon, the ones that come with a little water, you know, so it's convenient for you as you're running. I just want to throw myself into it. But guys, I don't plan it out. So when I did that recently and actually bought that vest, how many times do you think I've used that vest? I'm actually embarrassed to admit how much times I've used that vest. I've actually used that vest once. I used it once, guys, because it's so embarrassing, but honestly, I used that vest once because I didn't put a plan in place on how I was gonna actually start this whole running journey. I didn't actually sit there and think about it if I actually want to be running outdoors. I just acted on impulse. I didn't plan anything out, and I didn't achieve that goal. So let's not be sporadic. Let's not be impulsive when it comes to, you know, how we're going to achieve this task. Let's actually plan it out, okay, and make things easy for ourselves. So for example, when it came to my 10k steps, when I started doing the 10k steps, it was just a decision that I'd made, and I knew I was going to stick to it. So there'd be days, guys, when it would get to it'd get to midnight and I realized, oh my gosh, I've only done 2k steps today. So that means at literally 1 a.m. I would start walking, and it would take me till like 3 a.m. and I'd be on that thing. I would complete my steps, but it was not planned out, so it just impacted my sleep the next day, and it was just not good. But the more I was doing it, guys, the more I realized, oh, I actually have to plan this out. So then I decided, okay, so I'm gonna plan out when I'm gonna walk. So now I wake up first thing in the morning, I get on it, and I start doing my my morning admin tasks. This morning I did 4k steps on it just by simply walking as I was doing my morning tasks. Then I'll chill out after that, and probably like after lunch get on it, do another 2k, and then after dinner I'll do like another 2-3k to finish it off. And that has been so much easier to complete my steps, actually planning it into my day. So I think we need to actually plan it out. How do we plan on actually achieving this thing? For example, for my new goal of posting Monday to Friday on Instagram, I thought to myself, okay, I can't just wake up tomorrow and decide that I'm going to post something. I need to sit here and plan out for the week what I want my posts to look like. Because guys, it's so crazy with my Instagram. Sometimes I would even have a post ready to go in my phone, but because I wasn't conscious throughout the day, the whole day would pass and I just wouldn't go to post it. But I was like, that can't be happening while I'm doing my challenge. So I was like, okay, I'm going to sit down and plan out every single thing that I want to post this week, and actually put a plan in place, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so that way I have no question what I'm going to be posting. After I did that, I decided every single morning the first thing I'm going to do on my to-do list is actually make sure the posts are edited and into drafts, so that throughout the day, whenever I want to post it, I can just go in my drafts, boom, it's live. So it's not that now, you know, it's 9 o'clock at night and I'm like, wasn't I supposed to post on Instagram? What am I supposed to post? And then just start frantically panicking, because that has happened many times before. I think I've even posted on Instagram before at like 11 o'clock at night, because I was like, I just want to post today. We can't be doing that. We need to be planned out. We need to be organized. That's how I'm planning it. I know exactly what I'm posting every single day in the week, and also I know every single morning I'm gonna have put those posts into draft. And that's just going to make things so much easier for me, guys. Let's not make this a horrible process. Let's make this as easy as we possibly can. So step number 3 is we just need to develop a no excuses mentality. If we want to think of an excuse, if we want to think of a reason of why we can't achieve this goal, there's going to be plenty. There's going to be plenty of reasons why we won't be able to do this. But we have to actually make a choice and make a decision that, you know what, no matter what, I'm going to get this done. Especially with my type of personality, I feel like as soon as, let's say I've given myself a challenge to do something for 30 days, as soon as I miss it for one day, I just know myself. The next day, I'll probably be like, oh, so I missed it yesterday. Like, what's one more day of missing it gonna do? What's one more day? That's not gonna hurt anyone. Time will pass, a few weeks will go by, and I'll be like, oh, I'm sure I was doing some sort of fitness challenge. Guys, I would have completely forgotten about it. I feel like, yeah, we just can't let ourselves off. We can't just allow ourselves to not achieve our goals. Like, no, we deserve better from ourselves, and we also shouldn't be breaking promises to ourselves, because guys, when we keep telling ourselves that we're going to do stuff and then we don't, we just break that promise, guys. That is actually how we lose confidence in ourselves. So yeah, we just need to have a no excuses mentality, guys. If we need to stay up longer, if we need to lose sleep, whatever it is, this thing, guys, is gonna be done. And people who do this in the world, they don't have two heads. They're not any better than us. They just have structures and plans in place that allow them and help them to be successful. So we just need to do that. We just need to have that no excuses mindset. And guys, honestly, we can do it. I believe in us. Step number 4 is getting accountability. So I feel like a big reason as to why I actually was able to achieve those 10K steps was because me and my friend, we were doing it together. So when we said we were going to start the challenge of doing it for 30 days, we would text each other every day after we've done the steps. She's actually in a different time zone than me, so she would always do her steps way earlier than me. So I'd always see her message, finish my steps. And then, guys, I promise you, there was definitely days when I was like, I do not want to get on that thing anymore. Like, I'm done. But I'd see her message and I'd be like, I can't let her down. Or like, her message would just like trigger me, and I'd be like, I have to do it. Like, there's no way I can't do it. Like, I'm not gonna let her down. I'm not letting myself down. So I feel like accountability is really important, especially if there's someone that's on the same journey as you, doing the same challenge. I feel like that is super helpful. So if you can get accountability like that, try. If you don't think you have anyone that can keep you accountable for your, daily action, guys, I could be your accountability partner. Give me a DM on Instagram. I will keep you accountable. We can keep each other accountable, okay? Another type of accountability, guys, that is really helpful is giving yourself a punishment. Just telling yourself, like, do you know what, if I don't do this, I'm going to have a punishment, and I do not want that punishment, so let me just do it. So I remember on one of the days, it was late at night, I was actually sat here with one of my best friends. It was like 2 a.m. at this point, and I just had like an epiphany, like, oh my gosh, I haven't finished my steps. She was like, oh, don't worry about it, like, you can just do it tomorrow, like, it's fine, it's not that deep. But I said to her, no, because if I don't do these steps today, I'm gonna have to do these steps tomorrow, and I'm not doing 20K steps tomorrow. Like, I'm not doing that. So I was like, no, I would rather get on that right now, even though it's 3 a.m. I'd rather walk and do it now rather than know that I'm gonna have to do more tomorrow. That the idea of that was like, there's actually no way. So I think give yourself some sort of punishment. Just make it something, guys, that is really off-putting, and I promise you it's really gonna help you on those little weak moments when you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I promise you guys, it's really gonna help. And guys, for our final point, I really think it's helpful to have a time frame in mind, because let's be for real, guys, I'm not walking. By the way, guys, my walking thing is right there. It's in my living room, so I'm just pointing at it. I'm not doing 10K steps on that thing until I'm 80 years old. That's just not happening, I'm not doing it forever. So, and the thought of doing it forever makes me shudder. The fact that I know I'm only doing this for 30 days, there has been times, guys, that I've gotten in that thing and I'm like, it's only 30 days. It's only 30 days. I can do this for 30 days. So I feel like, yeah, having a time frame of how long you're going to do this task for, it does help, especially if it's something that's challenging like this. And not even the fact that, after 30 days you're just gonna quit and give up, but a sense of like, okay, after 30 days you'll be able to tick it off that you've accomplished this thing, and then after 30 days you can now regroup. Let's say if you did well at it, maybe we can up the ante. For example, how I want to do Monday to Friday posts. Some of my faves are out here doing once a day, twice a day posts. So it's like, maybe if I really enjoyed doing them Monday to Friday, and if I look at my analytics and it's performed well, I could be like, ooh, maybe we can push it up now to posting 6 times a week. So I feel like after the 30 days, you can then regroup, recalibrate, up the ante, or maybe you could be like, I didn't really enjoy doing these 10K steps for 30 days. There are other workouts that I think I'll enjoy more, and then you can just, introduce other types of disciplines. But yeah, having a time frame of how long we're going to do it for, that helps us because it gives us an end goal. It gives us something to work towards. Yeah, guys, that is my 5-step action plan on how we are going to get it together and be consistent, and how we're going to make consistency easy for us. Guys, honestly, I really think if we implement every single one of these steps for like a new habit or new goal that we want to do, we're gonna absolutely smash it. So yeah, that was my 5 little top tips. I hope they were helpful because they were helpful for me, guys. Honestly, they worked for me. I've never been consistent like this in my life. So I'm really, even personally, really excited to like implement these steps onto, the new goal of being consistent on the gram. Guys, I was really being serious. If you need accountability, honestly, message me. It's at Get It Together W Grandy on Instagram, on TikTok. Give me a DM, guys. Let's keep each other accountable. Now that we have this system in place, I feel like being consistent is honestly going to be easy. Let me know in the comments how you found the tips. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed listening. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode. And I'll see you guys next week where we'll be getting it together. Bye.